Hey Reuben and Anne-Marie, how are you
Hi.
guys
Hi, Deepa.
doing?
Good.
Doing well, thank
Very
you.
good. Yeah, we are here to interview Anne-Marie and Reuben from the Merchant Association. If you can introduce yourself on what the role you are playing in the Merchant Association and tell me a little bit about
I
it.
serve as the secretary of the Merchants Association. We've done quite a bit. Right now we're in the process of the Moreland Theater rehabilitation. Some of us have served on the board and steering committees for the Harvey Rice School and the library, and we've seen that come to fruition, and I'm just quite happy about the progress.
Thank you.
I'm Reuben Hall. I'm the owner of the Buckeye Professional Building, which is an office building on Buckeye. We lease office space for buildings. I am a member of the Merchants Association. Merchants Association started about 3 years ago. Presently, we have 16 members that are in the association. Right now, I'm acting as the president. I haven't been elected, but my elected position is vice president. But what I do is I help to recruit new merchants, new people into the neighborhood. We help them with identifying funding sources for their businesses. Okay, that can include grants, that can include low interest loans. We are actively involved in the community with other community groups. There's a number of different groups on different streets that are also their charge is to help with the revitalization of the Buckeye Woodland area. As Anne-Marie said earlier, we're involved in the Moreland Theater. Moreland Theater is being renovated currently, and we're actively involved in recruiting people to help in that capacity. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, and thanks so much for sharing that. And if a new merchant is, as you said, Reuben, if they're coming to locate into the neighborhood, and if they want to join the Buckeye Merchant Association, so what is the process? Are you a nonprofit yet, or are you planning to become a 501c3? And how do they get in touch with the Merchant Association?
Well, I can be reached, and we have a application that's here at Buckeye. It's also on our website. There's a Buckeye Merchants website. I can be reached at my own personal number, 440-463-3111. When a person is trying to, or a person is coming into the neighborhood, one of the things that I make a point of doing is introducing myself to them, talking to them about some of the history of the area, some of the things that are currently going on, giving them basically an overview of where Buckeye is, where we've been, where we're coming, where our goals are. Okay, so we've been very successful in that. We have a meeting every other month that there's always guest speakers who come in that present different things that can assist a merchant in helping his business or her business to become successful in the area.
That's excellent. I'm very glad that you brought up the point of the guest speaker, and I see that if you can tell a little bit about how that has benefited in the Buckeye Merchant Association, going after an NRAP grant that the Merchant Association got it last year, which is now helping the revitalization of the district. If you can tell a little bit about how that came about and how the association has played a part in.
Well, what happened was we were trying to figure out a way of helping to change the image of Buckeye, okay? And to that end, what we did was we went out and we pursued with the city different avenues of financing for different types of things that could help with the beautification of Buckeye. And to that end, what happened was we were awarded a grant through the city. I think we were the only neighborhood in the city of Cleveland to get this grant, where it's a small grant, only $5,000, and we contributed $1,000 out of our merchants fund to help subsidize this. And right now we're in the process of having a design professional put together a plan on lighting, on landscaping, on streetscaping for the entire Buckeye neighborhood. Now that's been going on for about, I think, a year now, and we're going to have the final plans here within the next couple of weeks. So that's been we're really proud of that. We're really proud of some of the things that we do together as a group, not just the Merchants Association, but working in combination with some of the street
Other
clubs
groups.
and the other groups in the area.
Well, right now, we've just ended a meeting where we learned about the energy efficiency program. And those people who have joined the Merchants Association are going to be able to be given the first opportunity to receive grants for energy conservation in terms of them coming to our facilities to see what kinds of energy saving things that we need, and also how to proceed in going through maybe getting loans for it. But the initial part will be mostly subsidized through what we have in our bank of funds, because we have been diligent in conserving our money and putting it toward good use. Reuben and I were discussing, in business, you can't be penny wise and pound foolish when you're thinking about the benefits of joining an association whose primary cause and concern is the benefit of the merchant in terms of the general neighborhood. So with that in mind, we heard several wonderful speakers on the energy program and cozy beautification today, and we want people to come attend a couple of our meetings, learn what we're about, and then join, because it's going to benefit you and almost immediately.
That's excellent. It's very well said, Anne-Marie. And can you tell about the Merchant Association's involvement with the Buckeye area development?
Well, I started my center in 1997, and I tell you, if it hadn't been for Buckeye development, I don't know if we would have been able to progress as we have. The Development Corporation has offered its expertise in terms of development, in terms of receiving grants and loans, in terms of being a friend, making sure we're safe, telling us the latest in all kinds of equipment, helping us to see the viability of safety measures that we can take. So we need Buckeye development. And we need it to prosper.
Yeah, and thanks, Anne-Marie and Reuben, for your time today. And one last question would be, are you familiar with the Buckeye social media sites, the Flickr, the YouTube, and Facebook, and how, if you have participated in one of those, being in a YouTube or in our sites, can you tell a little bit about your experience and what you think as to how this could be the new trend in marketing?
Well, it definitely is. Yes, you have me on, I think, a couple of the sites, and you emailed it to me, and I'm a little limited there, but I was able to do what I needed to do to review it. And yes, it's the new wave, and the fact that we were able to participate in it, it meant a lot to me, and I know you're going to do it too.
Well, actually, I'm on there in the Merchants Corner as advertising my rental space. Actually,
Oh, okay.
Yes, there is a Retail Spaces Cleveland
website
website which features Buckeye neighborhood and the spaces that's rented out, that's available for rent. That's retailspacescleveland.com. That will feature the neighborhood. And also we're doing a new website which will have everything about Merchant and the commercial district of Buckeye neighborhood. That's going to be there in our website. It's going to be launched in September, towards the end of September. So by then you'll have all the resources on the different storefronts, the video collection of the merchants, the resources of the merchant brochure, and merchant meeting information and updates on the merchant corner and different grants and funding sources available. Everything like all at one stop.
Wonderful.
So I'm very excited about it, and we would really need a lot of your input on what you think in developing the site as well. Thanks, Reuben and Anne-Marie, for your time.
You're quite welcome.